My name is Sue Hoger. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at the Resource Center for Accessible Living in Kingston, New York. Mostly people refer to us as RCAL.
The Resource Center for Accessible Living is the independent living center for Ulster County, and it was created by people with disabilities, for people with disabilities, to help them live as independently in the community as possible.
I was in a very serious car accident, and society had a whole different concept about people with disabilities. They weren't people. That was the problem. They were the deaf, or they were the blind, or they were the crippled. And you suddenly had no choice if you were one of those people.
RCAL is important because it's an agency that actually focuses on the person that comes in the door asking for help. We're a consumer-driven provider, and by that I mean the person who comes in the door says, this is what I want, and we find a way to make that happen for them. So even the services that RCAL offers is driven by the people in the community and what they come in and ask for.
We run so many different programs, and we have about 25 employees here, and that usually surprises people because people in the community usually know RCAL for the service they originally came here for, and they don't know we do these other things.
So they may come here for benefits advisement, and they know that. Or they may come for different support groups, so they might know that. They may come for supportive employment, such as job coaching or helping them find a job that matches their abilities. We also offer environmental modifications for homes and businesses. We provide Medicaid service coordination for people with developmental disabilities, and we have a large loan closet of durable medical equipment such as walkers, canes, and crutches. And we're also known for special education advocacy, where we help connect students who have special needs with programs and services that can really benefit them.
A parent can walk away from RCAL after meeting with us with a great deal more of knowledge than what they came in with.
And it's not unusual for someone to either walk in here or to call here, and they're not exactly sure why. Somebody suggested they get in touch with RCAL. So all of our staff are trained to listen for those cues, to make those referrals to the correct people. We want to start giving you some answers right away.
I was trying to get a job, and I was having a hard time because of my disabilities.
The men and the women that are in my program, they love it. They get it, the money may not mean anything to them, but, they got a paycheck.
People in the world are scared of people with disabilities, basically, because they don't understand that just because we have a hard time with certain stuff, we're the same as everybody else. That's why I heard about RCAL.
Everybody has something they can bring to the table.
We don't have any eligibility criteria in terms of age. We don't have any eligibility criteria in terms of disability. We just simply focus on what people's needs are. And so we really like to get it out to people that they don't have to worry about those kinds of issues when they come here.
My name's Keith Gerge. I live in Lake Katrine, New York. I was first introduced to RCAL when I suffered a spinal cord injury on August 10th, 2009. So I went from a position of packed, ready to go to college, to paralyzed in the ICU, not knowing what's the long-term outlook. I needed to have my house made accessible because I am now in a wheelchair, and my father was going through the procedure to get me enrolled in Medicaid and contacted RCAL, and they've helped organize my necessities that we were soon to find out would be an elevator to get up to my bedroom from my garage. They went through what the architecture would need to be.
Well, the main mission of RCAL is to help people live independently in the community, and the main mission of the Nursing Home Transition and Diversion Program is to get people out of nursing homes or keep them out of nursing homes in the first place. Keith Drake, an excellent example of somebody who wants to live independently in the community. Keith was diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Keith is paralyzed, so the main goal of Keith's plan was to allow Keith and Kate to be married partners and to not have her be his main caregiver and paperwork administrator and troubleshooter. So we've stepped in and provided for them the backup that they needed so that she can go back to being his wife, and we can let them know what programs and services are available for them and help coordinate that so it happens.
I need 24-hour-a-day caregiving, and I didn't want to be put in a nursing home just for that.
It should be easy for me to find these services because I'm in the business and I should be able to put my fingers on it, and it's not easy. It's awful hard to find where the things are that you need. And now that we have RCAL, I go to Kathy and I go, here's a problem, and she starts working on it.
To be able to touch one person's life is an honor. To be able to work with numerous people and really impact their life.
I have a daughter with a physical disability. So when she was diagnosed, I threw myself into the medical research. I wanted to know everything I could know about her disease and what was going to be the progression. So at the end of the day, it's just a very good feeling for me to go home and know that I've given a parent a piece of information that I didn't have and that nobody ever gave to me. It's very rewarding.
We do it for the love of what we like to do, to help the people that can't help themselves, that have a problem, some kind of disability, that are overwhelmed, family members that are overwhelmed. So we're here trying to make their life a little easier.
There was opening for a systems advocate. I said, oh, that would be cool to be able to get out, make a difference, get involved, get to know people in the independent living movement. And I got to see how they kind of push for their policy changes, whether it's a tax credit for people with disabilities, hiring people with disabilities, or legislation to implement accessible taxi cabs in the city.
And I think that what RCAL is a resource to let people know how they can accomplish accessibility, to let people with disabilities know what the opportunities there are and make them aware of that. And that's what it's about. It's about choice, having the resources to make the choice, and then the resources to accomplish the choice.
It's quite a unique set of circumstances that have brought me to RCAL, not only as a consumer but also an employee. It's kind of like they saved me from my spinal cord injury and through rehab and got me home, and now I get a chance to give back and spread what I've learned.
People with disabilities oftentimes don't know what resources are available to them. So I say, call us. You're not sure if you're having something going on with your house that might involve accessibility. You're not sure if you're disabled enough. You're not sure if you're disabled at all. We don't judge. We want you to call us. We want to have that first conversation. And people are amazed, just amazed sometimes that that first conversation is all they need.
You tell me what you want to do, and my job is to make that happen.